Welcome back, pattern lovers. In the first video, I showed you the ABCs of seamless patterns in Illustrator. Now it's time for the XYZs. In part one, we discussed how to access and manipulate Illustrator's default pattern libraries and how to create simple patterns. But who wants simple, right? So today, we're taking it to the next level. In this video, we'll dive deeper into the world of pattern making and exploring the powerful pattern options panel. So to make a pattern, you first start out with an object, right? So I want to start out using this flower, and I'm quickly going to show you how I designed the flower. I took the ellipse tool and I made one ellipse, and then I copied it and made another one, and I overlapped them, and now I press Shift M for the shape builder tool, and to get rid of these two sides you do Alt or Option and then you click and drag onto them. So Alt or Option and click, and here's my first petal. So once I have my first petal, I then go up to Object, Repeat, Radial, and here is our beautiful flower. So, and then I just changed the colors, added some space, but for now this is what we're going to use. So how do you make a pattern out of it? So in the first part, I showed you how to select the pattern and then just drag it into the swatches panel. But now we're going to do it another way. So if you go up to Object, first select your object, go up to Object, Pattern, Make. So this is basically saying that a new pattern has been added to the swatches panel. Thank you very much, and OK. So you can see that it's in a grid pattern, and it's so cool that you're able to see what it's actually going to look like once you use that pattern. So because you have a grid right here, you can also choose the amount of space in between those pieces. So right here it says width and height. You can go and you can, I'm just selecting it and pressing the up arrow on my keyboard to add some space, or the down arrow to remove some space so that they overlap. So you can do that. You have the option of increasing or decreasing the space in between the objects. And then you have the option of changing the layout. So you can do brick by row, which gives you a brick layout. You can do brick by column, which does the same thing vertically. You can also do hex by column. So hex by column basically takes up less space and it gives you more of the objects in that pattern. Of course, you can add more space if you want to. And then you have hex by row. So once you press OK or you press done, you basically created a pattern in your swatches panel. So this original piece, I'm just going to move out of the way, and I'm going to go and create a big rectangle and then apply that new pattern to my rectangle. And there you go. That's how you create a pattern. Now, how do you scale it? So as mentioned in the previous video, you right click, go to transform and scale. But you don't want to scale the entire object, you only want to scale the pattern. So that's why you uncheck transform objects and leave transform patterns checked, and then you decide how much you want to scale it by. So I'm going to go and choose 50%. I'm pressing the tab key to see what it looks like. I like it, and then press OK. Now once you created a pattern, so I'm going to deselect now, and I'm going to double click the swatch in the swatches panel to get into the pattern options. Okay, so if you look inside of the pattern options panel, you'll see right here on top there's a tool here called the pattern tile tool. So the pattern option comes with its own tool. This tool is not located in the toolbox because right now you'll see that I'm on the selection tool, but if I go here and I click on the pattern tile tool, I'm no longer on the selection tool, so I chose a brand new tool. Now to use this tool, I'm going to go and tile type, I'm going to choose grid. So basically what this tool allows you to do is it allows you to take this bounding box and make it bigger so you have more space, or smaller to show only part of the object you use for your pattern. So I can go and choose, let's say, half of that object, or maybe even a quarter of my original object to create a brand new pattern. You can also adjust the width space and the height space, however you like. I like it this way. Now you have a brand new pattern. So you don't want to replace the old one. You want to keep the old one and add this in addition to the old one. So what you do is you go up right here and click on save a copy. Unless you actually do want to lose the old one, then you just press done. But if you want to create an additional pattern, you click on save a copy. Okay. And now it's telling me that it's going to add a brand new swatch in my swatches panel. Okay. And now I don't have to save this anymore because I already have a copy in my swatches panel. So now I'm just going to press on cancel. Okay, so now I'm going to select my rectangle again. This is the original pattern, and this is the brand new pattern that we just created out of that first one. So these are very simple patterns. Let's go to the next one. Okay, so now I want to show you how else you can edit that pattern in the pattern options. So I have this object right here, and let me quickly show you how I did this. I used the spiral tool. And then I just added a stroke, maybe a little thicker. And then the leaves I used actually from the first object. I just use the same leaves, applied it here, and then just 3 ellipses. And I actually have a round edge on the stroke, and I did it right here in the stroke panel. Cap, I chose the round cap. So that's basically how I did this. I'm going to delete this. And now let's create a pattern from this design. So I'm going to select it, object, pattern, make, and okay, thank you for adding it to the swatches panel. And right now, because I'm able to see a preview, I can fix my design so that it flows nicely to the next one. Right? The only way I could do it and actually see what it looks like applied to multiple pieces. So I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to take the edge right here, and with a direct selection tool, I'm going to fix it up a little bit. Okay, looks pretty good. Flows beautifully to the next piece. Again, I'm only applying it to one piece, but because I'm able to see the preview, I can see exactly what it's going to look like once I use the pattern on any object. I'm happy with it, and I'm just going to go and press done. And now let's actually apply it. I'm going to move this out of the way, and I'm going to apply it to my rectangle. And the fill is going to be this pattern right here, and I'm going to right click to transform and scale it. It's way too big for me. Uncheck objects, and I want it even smaller, let's say 35. Press tab so I see what it looks like. I love it, and I'll press OK, and this is my brand new pattern. Now let me show you one more pattern. This one is so cool. So with these 2 rectangles, I'm going to create a woven pattern, a very beautiful, cool woven pattern. So what you see here is just a rectangle. The size of the rectangle is 1/2 inch by 1 inch. So the height should be double the width. So the height is 1 inch and the width is 1/2 inch, 0.5. And I then added a copy and rotated it 90 degrees. The fill is a simple gradient with 3 colors, black, gray, and black. So this is what it needs to look like in order to have that beautiful woven look. So I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to select these 2. Object, pattern, make. Okay. All right. So now, in order for it to look woven, I'm going to go and choose brick by column. And I'm going to decrease the amount of space. I'm selecting it and clicking on my down arrow. I think this looks pretty awesome. All right, so now I'm going to press on done. And let's apply this to our rectangle. So I have a rectangle right here. And let's apply that beautiful, look at that, beautiful woven pattern. I'm going to right click and transform, scale, make it much smaller, and maybe 50% is better. Uncheck objects, click OK, and then I'm going to go and add a black rectangle behind this. I'll do Control C, Control B to paste it in the back, and I'll fill it with black. Look how beautiful this is. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.